Lazy Girl's Guide to Eyeshadow. We're going to use one brown, one black mascara. That's it. It takes about 5 minutes. When you get this down pat, it's going to be your favorite look ever. Let's do it together. I'm so glad you guys liked this video yesterday on my story. So I want to show you how to complete this look. It won't be long and drawn out. It'll be super quick and easy. So first I do start with concealer on my eyes. I always use concealer on my eyes. This is just the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place concealer in the shade 1W. Obviously, any shade that you wear is amazing. So take my fingertip and I just blend that out with my finger. So because I've been wearing it for already a few minutes, I might have a little creasy crease. Blend it out. Gotta blend it out. All right, then I take any foundation powder. This is quite a light, kind of fluffy powder. So I take it with a fluffy brush like this. And because I'm not really gonna have a lot of colors or shadows on my eyes or anything like that, I just kind of take it and I just want to dust it kind of mainly on my brow bone and just kind of work my way down that way, just to make sure that, I don't know, everything's going to look really nice and cohesive. Since I only have two colors, I want to make sure that they blend quite well together. So just a small little amount of foundation powder is going to be great. I've already done my brows, which normally I don't do them first. So they're on, and then maybe sometimes I can take that bit of powder and I can just kind of trace around my brows if I need to make them look a little bit more put together. Go like this, you know. So that's it. That's the amount of powder that you need, which is nothing. Then I take the trusty handy dandy. All right, so we're gonna take the cool brown. Again, it's very, very easy. I'm sorry, I haven't even brushed my hair yet. Okay, so I actually want a fluffier brush, like a bigger brush, just because I want to be able to cover as much space as possible, because this is actually a very lazy girl look. This is not something that's complicated. This is something that is polished, perfected, but you literally throw it on. It is simple. All right, so this is a super old Morphe brush. I'm sorry, there is absolutely no number or name on it. I get the most comments about this brush specifically, but it's just a fluffy eyeshadow brush. Anything that you get is going to be great. Okay, and just looking at my eyes open like this, I want to make sure that I kind of go right into my crease, but also a little bit higher than my crease. But for this look, this shape, I'm not worried about manipulating my eye shape at all. I am embracing my eye shape. I am going with the flow. So I'm just following the natural curves and sockets of my eye, or socket. I don't have multiple, just the one. All right, so I made it a little bit deeper just here next to the tear duct, and then out, really embracing that crease and just kind of going for it like that. All right, so you're just I'm kind of going in little circular motions like this, while also going across the eye. So I'm just kind of doing like a little doot, 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 and a little doot, doot, doot. All right? This one might be darker than this one. So let's see. All right, I never do both eyes at the same time. So this is a treat. This is a treat, because I really do want to show how you can do it so quickly. All right. Just kind of make sure they're even. I kind of go up a little bit on the outer portion of the eye too, like right here, because I have so much space. If I just work down, kind of shortens the length of my eye. So if I'm working like out like this and then stopping here, as long as it's a beautiful transition color that's a little bit darker than my natural skin tone, it's gonna still elongate and it won't make me look dirty or muddy. So that's nice and easy. Then you can take, again, same style of Morphe brush, and it has absolutely no name or number on it. Again, a very, very buzzworthy brush that I always use. And I'm going to take the cool brown, same color. Again, this is from my palette. So I'm going to take it, and since this is a base, I'm going to go underneath the eye like this. And when you're doing this, you don't have to be precise. You just kind of want to go and create a nice deep kind of socket look. That's pretty much what it is. I really like to think of it as just a smoky bottom lash line. But with this color in particular, it's very easy, very creamy when you put it, you know, in this area. So you don't necessarily have to worry about, like I said, being too precise, because just, you know, throw it on. I use this brush specifically because it works really well at shaping my eye, because my eye is big and my bottom socket is big. So I can just press this and, you know, kind of pull it along, and it's easy. All right, one more time. I like to do a little extra on the bottom. Like this. And then sometimes I'll just kind of bring it around too. Bring it around. Like this. But you can see again, I'm just going where my socket naturally is. All right? So, no bells or whistles. You don't need any artistry chops. Easy. I hope you can see me too. It's so bright this morning. It is 6:51 in the morning. So, again, excuse my hair, bedhead. So, then I'm going to take a black eyeshadow. Any black will do. Any brown, any gray, any charcoal, any color that you want to use. I recommend something that's matte, that's deep, something maybe that you wouldn't normally reach for, because this look is very classic, very easy. So maybe try to experiment a little bit. All right, so this is the Estee Lauder Essential Eye Quad in the collection Prenup. Prenup is the color of the palette. So it's just very classic browns, grays, taupe. Browns, black, taupe. Thank you. So I'm going to take the black shadow here, and it's very powdery. So I'm just going to take it on this very, very flat brush. Again, a fan favorite. This is a Sephora IT brush. This is from the 2010s, and it's called Medium Shader. If you can find it maybe on like eBay or something, definitely recommend it, because it's very, very small and flat. But yeah, they just don't make them like this anymore. Sad. All right, so it's nice and flat. Got some black eyeshadow. Let me start on this one. All right, so then I just take it, and I'm flipping my brush, instead of being horizontal, flipping it vertically. So that way I can actually press it into the eye. So you might think, oh my gosh, it looks like a smudge. It looks like a giant smudge. Don't do it, Mallory. No. But that is exactly what we want. I'll do the other side so you can see again. You're just going to press it. So I'm putting all my pressure next to my eyelashes instead of kind of the whole brush. So I'm really placing pressure on the front of my brush like this, instead of placing the whole thing flat. So I'm still kind of giving my brush a bit of an angle. And I'm also going to just press it just a little bit further, just to kind of create an eyeline, because I'm not wearing eyeliner. So we're going to give the illusion of an eyeliner. I'm going to take it one more time. Same color, same brush. And you can leave it like this. It's okay. You don't have to blend too quickly. You don't have to be in a rush. It's not going anywhere. So if you want to get down your shape first, which sometimes I like to do, because then I can just blend all at once, which is easy for me, especially if I'm, you know, in a rush, or if I have a look like this where I do it all the time, so I know what it's going to look like every time. You know what I'm saying? I love those type of looks because I don't have to think about them, and they're very, very easy. Very easy. And I'm kind of doing a little stamp on the outside. Again, this is just like a rough sketch. Okay? You know what I'll do first? Let's blend it out first, and then I'll go in and I'll add more shape. So this time I'm just going to take another brush. This is just another blending brush. This is an Estee Lauder brush, but they don't sell them. These are the artistry brushes. So I'm just going to close my eye, and starting from the outer corner, I'm going to work my way in and kind of up. So I want to stay pretty much in this area, and I'm just going to do kind of circular motions. Since we're wearing black or any dark color, we just want to make sure, you know, that we're not going too crazy with the blending. I'm just sticking quite tight here, and my socket is about as high as I'm going to go. Look at how beautifully that blended out. All right, I'm going to do it on the bottom as well. And I love this dark black shadow because, like I said, it is quite powdery, so it blends out really smooth, and it's not necessarily like extremely pigmented when you blend it out, so it's able to be layered. So you can really have a lot of versatility with that, which I like, because if it's just super dark on contact, then I have to be a bit more careful. But if I can blend it out like this, then I can take, you know, my time and create a more dimensional look, even if it's just a matte. All right, blending it out again, blend it again. Just do. You know, you can do this when you're half asleep. One eye closed, one eye open. You're just trying to make it through. Okay? That's beautiful. Really, really beautiful. And you can see the difference too, like how beautiful does the bottom lash line look when it's all nice and smoky. And I'm not applying heavy pressure to my eye. I am just going right over the lashes, and I'm just kind of going back and forth while still working in those kind of tight little circular motions. It's not crazy, it's not hard. It's just something that's soft. You're just kind of moving that pigment as softly as you possibly can. All right, I might still have some black on my brush, so I kind of want to take it, and I just want to make sure that I'm getting a little bit darker just here in my crease. Here in my crease, that's it. Don't go any further than that. You don't need to. Maybe I want to go a little bit darker. My bottom lash line, I'm not even adding any more color. Right? Sometimes, you know, I want to go a bit smokier. Right? And again, I'm not creating a different shape to my eye. I am simply working with what I have. So, you don't have to do anything crazy. All right, just like this. Just like this. Blend again. Blend again. Stone in. Okay, eyeshadow is complete. Like I said, I didn't do any liner. I don't have anything on the waterline. That's just my eye lid skin. Yeah, so I love the brown and the black together. I think they melt really well together. They give great dimension, but again, easy. You can create dimension, a lot of dimension with just one color, or in our case, two colors. So just giving a little bit of, you know, shading when it comes to the black. I think it's great. I think it's beautiful. Okay, I'm going to do mascara, and then that's it. You're done. You did great. Mascara is on. Hair is brushed. Okay, so this is really what the entire look looks like when you put mascara on, and I think mascara is actually the key because it adds an element of more definition for the eye. So it looks like you're wearing an eyeliner. It looks like it's a smokier, deeper lash line than it actually is. So let's just get a little bit closer. So I think it looks really beautiful from far away, but it also looks very clean and classic from close up. So it's a great little look to have in your back pocket to use whenever you want to. It's great. Like I said, it looks great with browns, dark browns. Looks great with grays, greige, whatever you want to do. I really hope you enjoyed this look. Sorry it was so long. Thank you so much for watching. As always, enjoy. Have a great day. Love you guys. Bye.